What's going on, guys? It's your boy Los over here from Opinionated, and it is my most favorite time of year. I cannot stress enough how much this time of year means to me. It is the College Baseball World Series. Back in 2009, I went for the first time, and it was probably the best time of my life. The experience from going to the game, standing in line to get to the seats in the outfield because they're all first come, first serve. But just the atmosphere there it's electric. If you're a baseball fan, something that you have to experience once in your lifetime. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But as y'all know, my Horns made it to Omaha. That's back-to-back years we made it. We haven't won one in a while. And I'm here to give you the predictions of kind of who I think is going to win and what to expect from Omaha. So we got our 8 teams. Now, when it comes to the College World Series, there is 8 teams that do make it out of the field of 64 that play in a tournament. It's a double elimination. The teams that we have made it are, as y'all know, Texas, of course, Stanford, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Auburn, and Texas A&M. Now, only 3 of the 8 teams have actually won a natty. Texas being the most in the tournament at 6. You got Stanford at 2, Oklahoma's at 2. And then you have Arkansas, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Auburn, and Texas A&M who haven't won one. This year's Omaha is gonna be a great one. High-powered offenses, probably the most home runs I've seen in a season. Probably the most high-scoring games I've seen this season. If y'all didn't see the Super Regionals, go watch them. Or go watch the highlights. They're great. First up, we got Oklahoma and A&M. Oklahoma's they're a great team. They turned it around in the second half of the Big 12. Nobody was expecting them to make the run that they made, but the head coach Skip Johnson did a great job over there. Ex-Longhorn is the pitching coach for us, and he turned the program around and got them to Omaha. Now they're going up against a good team in A&M, and A&M, and they're not going to back down for anybody. They played us this year. They didn't back down to us, and they whooped us. I'll just say that. But that first game, that's at 1 o'clock on Friday. As much as I want, being a Texas fan is a hard game. It's both the rivals, but more of rivals A&M. But as much as I want A&M to lose and Oklahoma to win, I think A&M is going to win this game. They're the most complete team in my opinion. They have the best roster from top to bottom. They're another team that turned it around that wasn't starting off so great. But I think A&M will take this game. Game 2 of Friday is Texas versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame is the most experienced team. They have 11 seniors on their team. 9 of them are in the field, I believe, and like 2 pitchers or something like that, or 8 in the field and 3 pitchers, something crazy. But they have experienced guys. They've been in the playoffs before. They've been a ranked team. They know how to get the job done. They just beat the #1 team in the nation, which nobody thought was possible in Tennessee. They went up there, went to Knoxville, and then took 2 out of 3 from them, one Friday and Sunday. And then they go against us. We had the most crazy series I've ever watched in college baseball, for a super regional at least, in Texas versus East Carolina. East Carolina hosted, and the first game, we looked promising. First inning, scored 2 runs, and then it just kind of went all downhill from there. Ended up losing 13-7 that game. Second game comes, again, go up 2-0, and then somehow, some way, the game ends up 6-2. I shut the game off. I'm like, we lost. I'm not watching it. I get a few text messages for some people. They're like, what is going on? And then I check the score. Texas is winning 8-7 in the 8th inning. They came back and took the lead in the 7th inning. I was like, wow. But me being a baseball player, being superstitious, turned it off, put it away, and I was like, all right, I can't watch. They're going to lose. So 9th inning comes, and I pulled the game up on my phone to peek. And I was like, okay, let's just see what's going on. It's bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. East Carolina's up to bat. They're down 1 run. And I was like, all right, well, he's either going to get a hit, I turn it off, home run, tied, I turn it off, or I get to see the last out of the game. And hit a game time home run. And I was like, all right, that's enough of that. And then we got 3rd out, came up to bat. We scored, bases loaded, won the game. So It really depends on our pitching. That's what it's always come down to this season. I think Notre Dame is a very experienced team that will use that to their advantage. They just beat the powerhouse Tennessee, so they'll be feeling good about themselves. And I do think Notre Dame will take this game, and I think that will leave us to play Oklahoma again to continue. Going into Saturday, you got the 2 games of Arkansas, Stanford, and Ole Miss, Auburn. Arkansas, Stanford's at 1 p.m. Ole Miss, Auburn is at 6 p.m. Arkansas is no joke. They play in the SEC. Always had a great ball club. Played in a good series against North Carolina this past weekend, and they went down there and took care of business. Arkansas is a great hitting team. They don't really have the pitching, in my opinion, to keep up with the Arkansas. I think Arkansas is going to win this game, but it's going to be a heavier hitting game, so to say. But I think Arkansas will take this one. I don't think it'll come to shock to many people, to be honest. Stanford almost lost their regional and super regional. They both hosted. They almost lost to Texas State, and almost lost to UConn. 2 schools you would just not expect Stanford to struggle with. We got Auburn, Ole Miss at 6. I do think Ole Miss is a sleeper team. I do think they can make a deep run in this tournament. They've played each other. They know it's about. I believe Auburn took this series 2-1 this past season. Auburn, they're a great team. They can pitch, they can hit. They have what it takes to get it done, but I think Ole Miss did have a easier series because they played Southern Miss, and I don't think Southern Miss was necessarily ready for that kind of atmosphere in a super regional, especially with hosting their first one. But they went in there, got the job done. They whooped them. They beat the CUSA Pitcher of the Year / Player of the Year. Actually, I think Auburn will take this one. They just went to Oregon State, beat Oregon State, which was huge at Oregon State. Oregon State was the number 3 team in the nation. They went up there and took that from them. So those are my predictions. I got Notre Dame beating Texas, A&M beating OU, Arkansas beating Stanford, and Auburn beating Ole Miss. I will continue to do more of these videos just as throughout Omaha is going on. But to end it off, I actually think A&M's going to win the whole thing, unfortunately. Like I said, I think they have the most complete team. They're really hot right now. Their bats are great right now. And they're a team that fights. They're a team that can pitch and can stay in ball games. So I do think they're going to win the whole thing, unfortunately. Obviously, I want it to be us, but I just don't think our pitching staff will be able to survive the whole postseason. But if you're a baseball fan and you do like this video, comment below, tell me what you think, who's gonna win, what's gonna happen, give me your predictions. I know I didn't say any scores, but baseball's so hard to just predict a score that I can't, especially this year for home runs. Like, it's been insane for just runs in general. It's been a lot. So I mean, a game could be 4-2, or a game could be 11-7. Like, you just don't know. That's how this year's been. So yeah, I got A&M winning the whole thing. Those are my predictions. Like I said, give me a prediction down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.